Mike, saan ka?
Sabi sa akin,
Amin.
hindi kasi sama din ako sa kanya pag umuwi ka nun.
Sama sa kingpet.
Oh, there's Ian. Okay. Let me see Ian. Awesome. So, very Thursday, we warm up for the show. And this is how we do it before we start it. I hope you enjoy it. If you don't want to watch the warm up, you can go when you get CR, but you check out the merch. But if you want, stay. Ang ganda ng mga bituin, di ba? Natuto ko mamahal sa kanila sa mga edad. Nadala ko to hanggang sa pagdanda. Nagsimbolo sila ng pag-asa. Isang katiting na liwanag sa gitna ng malawak na kadiliman. Pero bago ko makalimutan, tutulangan pala ako ngayon para sa iyo.
Kailan titigil ang pagtila ang pagbuhos ng ulan? Kailan makahihinga ang pusong pagod mapagod, masaktan at masugatan?
She's not high maintenance. She's just one hell of a crowd. For others, she may be too much. For some, she may be too little.
But I have to admit, my heart is healing, but it is still stinging. Maybe because it didn't matter.
In between counting stars and counting sheep, I hope that you keep finding reasons to sleep. And when you wake up the following day, may your good dreams keep all the bad vibes away.
Like a dog enjoying blades of grass with his nose, which shows the boundless, guiltless joy of roaming every capital and kicked out and planet created.
Pag sinabi ko sa'yo, nalulungkot ako. Hindi ko nais na hinita na yung oras. Ang gusto ko lang ay alisin mo sa isip mo na ang kalungkutan ay hindi katulad ng pagkatahang libro ng tula. Hindi ito basta lamang imahinasyon.
I know you presumably have it, or you beyond without being just like me. Close mouth on the inside out, yearning, driving, wanting justice.
When it comes to stage, eyes bloodshot, smile on face, that's a little can erase the curses of circus. I'm a Leo, I'm a lion in a dirty urban jungle. I'm that mighty warrior.
Ito'y hindi sinulat, pero ang gusto ko'y hinumatay mamulat. Kapag kayo'y namulat sa katotohanan, hindi na pwedeng pumikit. Sana sa aking boses kayo'y maakit. Ito ay hindi sinulat, parang ako'y medyo nagulat.
I have always seen death as a grayscale picture with cold temperature, but no is one tiger. I fear no death shall rattle me, because I am happy.
Pagmasdan mo sa langit ng mga bituin. Isa-isa nating ariin ang kinin. Ito ang panganib ng mga pangalan kapag ating silang binilang. Tila ba sinasabi nilang dahan-dahan nating inaangkin ang bawat isang kanilang mga luningning. Kaya mahal, lumapit ka. Pangalan ko'y bigkasin. Buong-buo mo sana ako ay ariin.
Yung umukit ng mga ngiti, yung pilit, yung may labi, sino ni walang makakasaksi maliban sa kanyang sarili.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Thursday. Tonight we'll have open mics, we'll have feature performers, we'll have a short Q&A. We'll start in 5 minutes. If you have not yet registered, register. It's a blank ticket night. Don't have to pay anything. But if you want to support the show and support my efforts and my projects, you can. You can give your donations to my. Noemi. Here is the Christmas bag for all your donations. I'm invited to perform in other countries. So we're trying to build funds for that to be possible. All your donations will be accepted. But tonight, this is for you. This is a free Christmas show, and I hope you enjoy it. Good luck. Thanks.
Okay pala yung third Thursdays. Isa pa lang yata yung nami-miss kong third Thursdays. Ang ganda kasi nung show eh. Hindi, isa pa lang talaga yata. Yung second. Second, third Thursday. Nanonood ako ng first, third. Second, third, wala. Third yata ako nagpakita pero saglit lang. Kasi
Joe, you go first.
What?
You go first. I insist.
Wala, siya yung nahuli. Ano yung nakita niyo? Sabi ko. Sabi ko, mukha naman tayo
Shit bro, I was engaged.
Dude, no. She has a big finger.
May ibang skill, alam mo kung tapos yung gagawin. Yan, dito sa basa, mga processes na sabi ko, ayaw dapat salvation eh, kasi hindi ayaw mag-dispatch ng katawan. Pero basta nalilito parang
Gusto ko rin maalala sa akin sa
I'm so impressed.
Okay, how?
I'm stuck in college, bro. Dahil sa support gym mo na yun, I was about to graduate, pinalikot mo ang Ateneo, ina mo. I was living a good life until I said Tuesday and weddings.
Hello! Alright. Before we start the show, konting house rules lang. Third Thursday is unplugged. We have no microphones, we have no speakers. So we're promoting the listening culture. So para hindi mahirapan yung mga nagsasalita sa harapan at tula at kumakanta, we will request complete silence. If you want to clap in between, snap instead. Alright. We'd like to kindly request our open micers to occupy the front row for easier translation. Thank you.
It's you.
Yeah. Alright. Thank you so much. Okay. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Our show is broadcasted live via Upstream Media PH. So you can share yung mga friends yung hindi nakapunta. So yung nasa EDSA pa sila ngayon. Pwede nyo share yung link kasi may internet naman sa EDSA. Ayan. Let's start the show. Alright, okay Ben? Walang paanong tayo. We'll start the show with the first open micer, Alfie de Los Angeles.
I wrote this piece while I was looking at kids dahil yung bata pa ako kasi ayaw kong palaroin ng lola ko. Tapos kung ako sa Vietnamese, so I call this one a Vietnam flashback. So, playground. When I was 5 years old, my grandmother told me to sit still and never move a muscle. Her angry Vietnamese Asian screeching authority froze me. Under the shade of the canopy, I became a white stationary plastered figure, an overseer, while children of my age ran after each other. To sit still was a good deed, to run along with my sweating brethren's mischief. Their feet became galloping stallions, hooves made out of black leather with a shining luster. I, the white plaster figure, heard a beast inside my living carcass, rampaging outside. My arms stretched out, and from a curled form, my feet stepped out on concrete. And I said, "To the industrial jungle!" And my arms carrying the weight of my body on metal bars, and I dangle on alloy. I am a modern day Tarzan. Thank you.
Our next open micer is Danny Belen. Okay, namin siya, friends. Yes!
Kapag binigyan kayo ng pagkakataon na baguhin kayo, anong gusto mo? Ikaw, Kuya Alfonso, anong gusto mo? Ikaw? Yan. Kasi ako, kung bibigyan ako ng pagkakataon na hindi ko nagawa ng bata pa ako, dapat siguro ng bata pa lang ako sinabi ko na paglaki ko, gusto ko maging kipis. Pero wala akong pakialam sa sasabihin nyo, pero gusto kong maging kipis. Maglilibot ako sa bahay, sa madaling araw, sa kusina. Paborito kong lugar yun nung bata pa. Gusto kong maglibot muli sa kusina, titikman muli ang tamis ng lasa ng asukal. Gusto kong malasahan muli ang tamis. Sa mundong puro na lamang paitang hatid, gusto kong maramdaman muli ang hilig na minsan tumira dito sa aking dibdib at pag naging ipis ako, mararamdaman ko itong muli sa mga butil ng kanin na panis. Gusto kong maging ipis. Sa pagkabasag ng baso, ipis ako. Hindi nila sasabihin na kasalanan ko na naman, kasalanan mo na naman. Alam nilang walang alam ang ipis sa konsepto ng pagkabasag at pagkawasak at pagbagsak at sa konsepto ng kung paano tayo muling mabubuo muli sa pagkawasak at pagkabasag. Ipis ako. At kapag sinisingila ako, hindi na sigurado kung ako nga yung bubulyawan nila. Marami akong kamukha na kulay. Kasing tanga dahil sino ba naman ang maglalaro sa loob ng baso, diba? Sino ba naman ang gugustuhin palagi na lang bulyawan? Gusto kong maging ipis. Kahit na saglit lang sa isang maghapon, gagapang ako sa braso nilang mga isinintabi na ang higpit ng mga yakap. Paborito ko noon ng mga may higpit na yakap. Gusto kong madampian muli ang gaspang ng kanilang mga balat kahit na saglit. Kahit na ayaw nila sa aking dampi dahil kirita ang dulot nito. Pero gusto ko pa rin maging ipis. Madali akong makahahanap ng lugar pag ayaw na sa akin ng mundo. Pwede ako sa ilalim ng lamesa, sa loob ng sapatos. Pwede ako sa sulok sa may aparador, sa likod ng kwadro ni Papa na nakasabit sa dingding. Gusto kong makita kung paano nila ako hahanapin, kung paano nila isisigaw ang aking pangalan ng may pag-aalala. Hindi nila maiisip na ako ay yung ipis na payapang nagmamasid sa sulok. Pwede rin pala ako sa gilid ng kalan. At kapag binuksan ito para magluto ng agahan, maaamoy na lang nila ako bigla. Pero hindi nila maiisip na ako yon kasi wala naman silang pakialam sa mga ipis kahit na masunog, matapakan, magulungan ng dump truck, mahampas ng alpombra ng ale. Madali akong makahanap ng lugar na pwede kong kublihan ng lungkot. Sawa na sa akin ang aking silid. Kumukulagpos na sa katawan ko ang kumot, bihina ang unan sa gabi-gabi kong pag-iyak. Kaya gusto ko na lang maging ipis. Kagigiliwan ako ng mga pusa, Hahabulin nila ako sa kalsada ng mga buti-bisa-kisame. Niyaya ako sa mga ligaw na ibon. Kahit ayaw sa akin ng mundo. Pero oo nga pala, pag nagigipis ako, irita pa rin ang bulad ko sa ilan. Salamat.
Stands before a crowd. Ayan. His name is Joe. Alone, he stands in front of the microphone and he wonders if he has the guts to stand up on stage and not stutter. If he can remember all of the words he has written down, can he be more like a great speaker and less like a clown? Now, picture this. You, ayan, lahat kayo dito. Kunwari lang, you are all part of the audience. Kunwari nandun kayo nanonood. Like a high school kid that has been caught sleeping in class, you decided to pay attention as if he has mentioned something potentially amusing. So he continues to speak. Tuloy-tuloy lang siya sa pagtatangkil. Habang sumasayaw ang kanyang mga kamay, he puts the motion to his emotion. Picture this. The performer, first time niya kasi dito sa Third Thursdays. Never pa po siyang nakapunta dito. Kaya, since first time na dito, kinakabahan siya eh. Kaya munti ka na. Kaya munti ka na. 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 Munti ka na niyang makalimutan yung susunod niyang linya. His hands are shaking, his eyes are wandering, looking past the blinding spotlight. He notices that the crowd is not listening to him, but he doesn't quit. Kasi nga naman, paano nga naman siya susuko when he knows na kailangan ng tapang dito. He knows that it takes courage to stand up on stage and pour your heart out in an ocean of strangers. He knows that deep down, all he ever wants is to be understood. So he continues to speak. Muli siyang nagbabalik as if he has been gone for too long or that he has been silent for weeks. He hopes na hindi masyadong pangit yung boses niya. He hopes na sana mabato niya lahat ng sinulat niyang salita. He hopes na sana balang araw may mauuwian na siyang tahanan. He hopes. Kasi, mga pare, pag walang-wala ka na, pag hindi niyo na alam kung saan kayo pupunta, manghuhugot ng mga lakas ng loob para maharap nyo yung mga problema nyo. Pag walang-wala ka na talaga, yun na lang yung pwede natin gawin. Yung mag-hope, that's why he hopes. He hopes. He hopes. He hopes his heartfelt hymns would somehow save someone struggling, using his lyrical luring lullaby like literature would leave the crowd really wondering, why does he speak so fast? Pero bakit nga ba ang bilis niya magsalita? Hindi dahil may time limit, hindi dahil 5 minutes lang binigay sa amin, kundi dahil in a world full of ads, our attention spans are too short. They're too quick. They're like clickbaits. And there's not enough people out there who are willing to wait for the punchline. So they said, sometimes we better dismiss all the bullshit and just get to the point. Kaya pasensya na. Pasensya na talaga. Pasensya na, ito lang yung meron ako eh. Wala akong kwento tungkol sa pag-ibig or politics or anything like that. Ito lang yung meron ako. Pasensya na kung wala akong kwentong maganda, kung wala akong linyang malakas ang suntok, kung mga dinudura ko na lang, ngayong mga luma akong piyesang nabubulong, pasensya na, ang hirap kasi magsulat, lalo na iniisip ko kung para sa akin pa ba to o para sa madla, kung maganda pa ba sa akin to o maganda sa kanila, baliwala ang kahit anong papuri, papremyo, palakpak sa makatang nagpapakatotoo lamang sa harap ng mikropono. Pasensya na po. Pasensya na po, but I no longer write just for the sake of public consumption. I do not want to make any more apologies to justify my own regrets. Kaya ganito na lang, tatanungin ko na lang kayo before I'll forget. Picture this. Ayan. Picture this. The silence. Now, are you picturing it yet? Maraming salamat po.
Kala ko bibigay sa idol book. Picturean ko saan. Next performer is a first time in forever. Support natin siya. Nagmatapang siyang gawin ito after a few months ng pang-convince. Nagpagpipilit. This month hindi ko siya pinilit pero siya yung nag-approach. So I'm so proud of this person. Let's call up on stage Cynthia Aquino.
So, birthday ko hapon, so I accept media
Happy
applause.
birthday!
Media applause na lang pag-comment to eh. So, dahil magto-2020 na, yung poem ko is about letting go. Letting go about friends na hindi naging dyan para sa atin kahit ina-expect natin sila. So, this is called Matter. Sorry, simple yun. Did it hurt? Did you feel the tremor when the rope snapped and I wasn't with you anymore? Was it everything I imagined? Did I outdid the red wedding and brought you the hell on earth I have so promised? Did it feel like a violent hurricane, uninvitedly entering, destroying and taking? Was it even a drizzle? Or maybe for you, it was just another sunny day. Did it matter? I burn your bridges, but why is my side the only one collapsing? Why is my home and the peace I thought would reside the only one crumbling? Is an anchor in my fingertips still burning? Why my wound got smaller but never closing? Why doesn't it matter? Why is the noise getting louder? But even so, it is better. My cloud got a little lighter. My smile got a bit brighter. But I have to admit, my heart is healing but it is still staining. Maybe because you did matter. The acid tripping my brain says it misses you, misses the laughter. And maybe sometimes it also misses the anger. It misses the moments where there was a forever after. And I miss where our mistake was and how it led up all to this. But tell me, since we're here at the end of the line, did I matter? Because if I did, you would have put out the fire. Or you would have built another bridge. Titanic may have sunk, but at least their doors remain afloat. But I guess the debris can fit us both. I say to myself, with all the assertions I can master, that I deserve more, I am worth more. But in the same breath, with all my nostalgia and hope, I say here's a hammer. Fix it, it's yours. Fix it or break it more. Because we matter. To me at least. Wait, let me fix it. Let me return to what we had. I'll forget. I'll forget how you forget that there was an us before you had them. I'll forget how I trusted you to come back when you found you were friends. I'll forget that I was forgotten. I'll stitch my own wounds. I'll smile again. I'll run with you again. I could take up space again. It mattered. Slow down. I can't. It's too late. I've always told myself people should change. Friendship begun and end with difference. I've always told myself it was my fault for not growing with you. Friendship begun and end with acceptance. To the people I cut off, I have something to say. Not that it matters.
Just want to say that that's what the show is all about. You try, and ginawa namin itong third Thursday kasi may mga pyesa, may mga poems na hindi pa nakakapag-perform. May mga hindi pa nakakapag-try kasi nakakatakot yung spotlight, limelight. And that's why we removed the microphones and the speakers and all that. Pero may camera pa rin, may konting pressure. And salamat sa inyo. Palakpakan naman natin sa Clarice Danario. Palapakan naman natin.
Ang peace night ay para sa mga taong bulag, sa mga taong nananatili. Mga taong pinipiling maging malungkot kaysa aksyon. Ang peace night ay may pamagat ng surprise nights. Nag-iisa, ako kung nagtatanong kung bakit nga ba tila ako'y naiwanan naman nila? Bakit nga ba tila tong puso ko'y unti-unting nadudurog sa tuwing naaalala kong naiwanan na naman ako mag-isa? Niyaan kong masaktan, madurog, umiyak at maging mahina pansamantalang sarili ko. Segundo, minuto, oras, ilang oras ang lumipas sa salamin ng aking silid, ako'y kumalipas. Nakita ko ang babae kong pagod na, buktong mata, kitang-kitang lungkot sa kanyang mga mata, sabay sabing, hayaan mo na, ganyan pala. Muling pinunasan ang luhang muling kumawala, tama na, mas magulat ka kung nanatili siya. Unti-unting umukit ang mga ngiti, ngiting pilit, ngiting may pighati, ngiting sino man ay walang makakasaksi maliban ng kanyang sarili. Nabigla, nagulat, naguluhan, ang biglang pagyakap ko sa akin mula sa likuran ay ako'y nagulumihanan. Napagtanto kong hindi pala ako napag-iwanan. Oo nga pala, meron pa akong ikaw na mas piniling manatili sa kabila ng pilit kong pagtabo. At pagpilit kong ako na'y talikuran, muli sa salamin, imahin nating dalawa'y aking naaninagan. Ako'y napapikit, mga sandaling sa aking puso'y kumiliti. Nagsimulang umimbay ang katawan, nanatili sa kinatatayuan, nasurpresa sa mga salitang narinig mula sa iyo. Ako man may iyong pagtulakan, mananatili ako, maniwala ka, sa susunod na mga araw, linggo, buwan o taon man, ako pa rin ang kayakap mo at ang pag-iisay, hindi mo na mararanasan.
Yes. Our next performer is from Laboratory BH and ang sabi nila, let's welcome on stage, Love Fonte.
Yes!
Intro pa lang, bar na agad. Love.
Ako po si Go. Bigla akong papasahin ko lahat. On characters na my first poem is gonna be in English. It has 2 epigraphs. According to the current understanding of coronary artery calcification is highly prevalent in patients with coronary heart disease and is associated with major adverse cardiovascular events. Deirdre Famba says in her poem, so many bones are worth the hellfire of breaking. Bones. If this heart were bone, or if blood were milk, or if I knew your flight as well as I know soil, as well as I know flesh, then let me fall. I do not fear the bruise as much as the impact, no matter how much more feral the danger of the swollen thigh, the unset bone, the fever thick and viscous in the veins. We learn instead to dread the moment of utmost pain. The fall, the shatter of an outstretched hand, the needle biting through skin. The moment of love, bursting through the chest, like a lightning bolt, or some god's finger at the instant of its birth, because the heart is a muscle the size of a grenade, the tongue as flammable as gunpowder. You speak my name and colors dance in the sky, but I do not see a city burning. Somehow, I do not hear the clatter of bones, the painful rip of a fractured chest. You speak, my heart beats a frantic tune. I do not hear the pin drop, just a shattering of ancient skulls, the flutter of your wings, and the rush of sky singing in my ears as I let myself fall. So yun po yung unang kong tula. May isa pa akong mabasahin na tula. Galing po dito sa chapter ko. Pinamagatang muli, isang ebanghelyo ng apoy. Ayun, pinapaksa po nito ang Gunaw. So sana po, 200 pesos lang sa labas kung may pera kayo, pasko naman. Pinaghirapan mo rin naman to. Sana magustuhan niyo yung tula. Pamayag po ng tulang ito ay sigal. Kinaiinggitan ko sila. Ang mga tao na kaya pang sabihing naaalaala nila ang dapit hapon sa tabing dagat. Ang sari kulay nitong pagbabaga. Ang naghihimulmol na liwanag sa abot tanaw. Pula, lumpi, dila, at iba pang mga kulay na wala pang pangalan. Paano minsan maaari pa sanang umupo sa dalampasigan, sumyuin ng alat sa hangin, damhin ang dampi ng nababasag na alon sa mukha ng hindi nalalason sa bubog ang baga o nalalapnos ang balat sa liwanag. Maaari din kayang maramdaman ang mga ito sa tilamsik ng paghihilamos sa gripo o malanghap sa pusawang tubig ala, umarinig sa mga sigay at kabibe na nakaimbak sa mga museo. Minsan, iniisip ko, nakasinlambing na mga patak ng lutsa kapag hininaan ang talsik sa paliguan ang mga patak ng tubig ulan at kasinlambot ng mga kamay mo na umaagos sa aking katawan. Di kitang nauunahang gumising. Inaharaya ko ang alindog mo sa maamong sinag ng gapit hapon, ang malalambot mong labi, ang buhok mong kumukumot sa iyong pisngi, ang mahimbing na tikom ng iyong mga talukap na tila mga taklubong nangangarap. Nais tangkunan ng larawan sa dalampasigan, sa gayong gininto ang liwanag, sutlang sa sapo sa iyong balat at rikit, habang matatalim ang silais ng ilaw ng mga bombilya na hindi marunong kumikit. Sa ganitong mga sandali, inilalatag ko ang plano ng ating panandaliang pagpusit sa dagat. Sabay tayong maglilinis ng mulino sa labas ng Moog, bibilisan ang pagsilip sa mga makina at elising umiikot at pakahagibisin sa bitak-bitak ng mga lansangan ng patay nating bayan ang itinatakas na sasakyan. Sa pampang, kay tingkad ng liwanag na kumakanaw sa kalikasok, marahil lumti, marahil lila, dumadapong ibon ang sinag-araw sa guwantes mo, kahawak ng guwantes ko, sa mga wisik ng tubig na kumakapit sa busilaw, halos hamog sa uhay, sa mapupula mong labi, sa loob ng kadugkog, sa buhok na hindi kumahapay sa hangin. Hayaan mong sumapat ang mga kulay ng takip-siling kahit hindi natin madama ang lampi sa balat. Dahil pagmulat ng mga tala, kaiinggitan ko ang mga ipis na gumagapang sa babasagang alon. Halos masasaid natin ang binawang oksihenyo. May araw kaya, mahuhubad din natin itong mga baluting hazmat at mayayakap ang isa't isa sa pampak. Sa halip, iuwi natin ang makamandag na liwanag. Pagkabalik sa Moog nating kinagisnan, pupunuin natin ng tubig ang banyera. Sabay tayong lulusok. Patitilamsikan ng tubig ang isa't isa na waring nagtatampisaw sa dagat. Kapwa tayo pipikit, sinasariwa ang nagdaang hapon, hinaharaya ang hangin, ang guni-guning init ng sinag-araw, ang kumpas ng alingbuhay. Titikman ko ang mga alon sa balat. Tumutugtog sa speakers ang isang pagsasaalaala ng titig ng dagat habang sinasapo ang aking tenga ng mga kabibe mong pala. Maraming salamat. Kasama natin si Leandro Reyes at ang third Thursdays sa pagwawakas na ito, hindi lang ng taon, kundi ng dekada. tapos po may mga chapbook. Ako, si Martin Isip, si Leandro, tsaka si Paolo Tiawas, tsaka si Zach Kayamanda. So, binigyan na lahat yun. Magaganda naman yung mga salamat po.
Okay. Shoutout kay Paolo Tiawas na nadala niya na yung chapbook niya. Yes, congratulations. Okay, magkakaroon tayo ng maliit na break sa poetry. Gagawin natin yung pagkilala sa mga bagong kaibigan na ginagawa natin usually sa third Thursday. So kung nagtataka man kayo kung bakit pilas-pilas yung yung mga name tag namin, trip lang namin. Hindi, joke lang. Kung gusto nyo magpakilala sa ibang tao or sa bagong kaibigan, pipilas lang kayo ng kaunti sa name tag mo. May hindi ko magawa. Yan. Skills. Papakilala ako kay Taguig, si Leandro. Tapos mag-exchange kami ng konti. Yan, gusto kuha ako ng okay lang naman sa akin. Ayan, okay lang, wala okay. And thank you, so ganun yung nangyari. Habang ginagawa natin yun, meron tayong 10 minuto para gawin yun, 10 to 15 minutes para gawin yun. Habang ginagawa namin yun, si Mark di ba isip at si Megan Diliano, pupunta sila dito sa harapan. Para alam niya yung itsura nila. Ayan, ikot rin sila para sa mga gusto mag-donate, para sa show, para sa mga projects din. Ayan. Talampahan natin yung pag-explain.
Magandang gabi sa ating lahat. Ngayong gabi, this is a free show, so in-encourage na lang namin kayo na mag-donate. So nandito si Marty Maisip. Si Marty Maisip para umikot at mangaraling.
Para po, kailangan kayo mag-donate.
Habang nagpapakilala kayo sa isa't isa, pwede kayo magbigay ng pangkain. Ayun, so... Sige po, game na. Timer starts now.
Kaya lang tayo lahat. Ha? Hello. I'm Leandro. Reunion
Pero sa mga kita, basically great.
The more you use products, the more
What is work?
Wait, kung ako kaya yan, ano, pero ba, 7, di ba, 18? It's not bad namin, 17 dito, 1 p.m. Pagdating ng 16, sabi ko, ayoko na pumasok. Kasi wala, nag-meeting na ako na 7 na ako.
And then after the 15, that days.
My God, gusto ko trabaho. Ayoko.
I'll be performing for pieces from my next collection, which I'm still working. Leandro Reyes, I think, Professor Reyes, who illustrated some of the poems. It's called Thought Experiments. And for people who are hearing me for the first time, this is not my natural voice. I sound sexier normally. So yeah.
Yes.
Dahil nabanggit ko na yung Mr. Potato Head, di ko na siya i-perform. I'll perform 3 short poems from the collection Thought Experiments. It's an unfinished collection. I'm hoping to finish it by next year. So I'll be doing 3 poems. One about the butterfly effect, one about Murphy's Law, and one about the ship of Theseus. So the first one is after the ship of Theseus, which basically tells the story of a ship that's being replaced part by part because they wanted to preserve the ship. Hundreds of years later, no original part of the ship was left. So the question is it the same ship or not? And this is the body of Theseus. After I die, my heart lived in another person's chest, singing to an unfamiliar song. And my lungs went on giving and receiving air that tastes a little less livid, but weighs a lot lighter than the old one. The world is the same, but even my eyes disagreed. Sunlight is now painful to look at, and pitch black darkness is the most peaceful thing that I could feel. And diggers know that there's nothing left, only the grave diggers know how to rest in peace. Thank you. So I'll start with the sadder poems and we're moving to the funnier poems. This is called the chaos theory after the butterfly effect. When she learned about her students killing insects for fun, the kindergarten teacher started swallowing caterpillars to protect them. She would let the larva undergo metamorphosis inside her body. She would then pull up her skirt every time she would fart so that the butterflies would come out of her ass and arm. The parents filed a complaint. Never mind that she farts in her own time. Never mind that she swallows bugs in private, collecting them in jars first before taking them in her own bedroom. Never mind that no students have ever seen her pull up her skirt. The principal hived with the parents. Unfettered by the disapproval, the teacher kept protecting butterflies. The parents retaliated with a rally. All bugs are pests. All bugs are pests. But the teacher stood her ground, proclaimed that her body is a cocoon, and said, before you could get to them, you have to get to me first. A horde of parents swarmed the teacher. The splat of her body drowned by words of the parents chirping like critters for the humans, for the humans, for the humans. Thank you. Happy naman, di ba? Last one.
For the humans.
For the what?
For the humans.
For the humans. This is happier poem. This is called Murphy's Toilets. Having decided that they had too much of the same crap, every toilet in the building stops flushing, starts flooding the tenants with their own filth. The drainage that is supposed to bring out dirt brings them in instead, turning hallways into sewers and transforming common areas into septic tanks. The clogs tip the ebb and flow of each household down to smell, color, and consistency. Spouses learn about their other halves' number twos. While the adults scale and scramble to stay above their own collective filth, the children catastrophe, but each time the tools touch the tubes, fecal matter erupts, squirting directly into the nearest onlooker's eyes. Disgusted and distressed, the occupants weep, puke, and wipe. When they see that the dirt that they scrubbed off climb back into their skins, they soil themselves in dread. The tenants cried in horror, "We are neck deep in shit." But the landlord isn't able to identify the faces from the feces. How is he supposed to clear out the place? Sick of contributing to the mess, a resident stops defecating. On the 6 days, stools couldn't sit any longer, finds the other end, and chokes him on the way up.
Parang nanghina lahat.
That was a little shit.
Good shit. Our next performer, I've met her for the first time today. She's a sibling of a good friend, new friend also. Sina Basa. Sena.
Okay, hindi ko naman alam kung paano papantayan yun. Sana di naman ganun kabaho to. So, I wrote this piece with all my guy friends in mind, and this is called The Contradiction. To the girls who my guy friends would choose. See, he's one hell of a contradiction. He has gazillion walls before you can really know him. The power to shift the conversation from about him to about you real quick before you know it, you're the only one spilling the stories. The gravitating ability that sucks you in this black hole before you know it, you're already stuck in the middle. He's difficult to know, very easy to get along with, difficult to converse with, very easy to talk to, difficult to break, very easy to lean on. See, he's one hell of a contradiction. Very complex. He's strong outside and inside that protective coating. A vulnerable heart resides, waiting to be loved. May you never take advantage of him. Take care of him. Never belittle his feelings life into it as you assure him of your love, color him with your encouragement, fuel the passion that's burning inside of him. C is one hell of a contradiction. Very complex, very soft. Holding all the plates in his hands would be tough. There would be times when you think he forgot about you, when you might feel neglected, when you might never feel him at all. Know that he's trying to patch you in his life. Know that he's learning to carve the world he knows with you in it. Don't give up on him. See, he's one hell of a contradiction. Very complex, very soft, very fragile. He can sometimes be stupid. I mean, he wouldn't know that your yes is a no and a yes, your no is a no, your go signal actually means a stop and a go and your stop is a go and a stop. But know that when he says something, he means it. When he promises something, he'll do it. That's who he is. Trust him. He wouldn't do anything that he doesn't want. He wouldn't be forced to go out of his way if he doesn't care. It's not who he is. He cares, he doesn't, he wouldn't. It's true through and through. He would be willing to become your crying shoulder, your youth line, your handkerchief, your go-to diary, your person. See is one hell of a contradiction. Very complex, very soft, very fragile, very true. If you're scared, tell him. If you feel something is wrong, tell him. If you're happy, tell him. Never fear not to tell him anything. He just doesn't know how to read your feelings yet. Don't worry. When he does, you wouldn't need to utter a word nor need to move a finger. When your eyes make his, he would know how to assure you of his love when you're down, give you your favorite food when you feel like the world is crashing down on you, pat you in the back to remind you he's there behind you when you feel no one is. Hold your hands as you wait for the result of the exams, ask you for a walk when you feel like uni is about to kill you, invite you for a ride just so you can cry and rap about your day, turn into a miss. He would be the guy who would know what it means when you're left behind. You're right now. He would know it, so please be patient. He's gonna get there. Take care of him. He was my pillar when I needed him most, so I know that he will be a good guy. May never weaken his resolve for you, lower his expectations to accommodate you, shake his principles for you. See, is one hell of a contradiction. Very complex, very soft, very fragile, very true, very loyal. This is who he is. Take care.
Buti na lang kayo pumunta dito every month. Our next performer, break muna tayo sa podium, punta tayo sa music. Our next performer is a good friend. I enjoy working with this person a lot. Please welcome on stage, Roy Antonio.
So, I don't know how to talk about it, you know. Yung ex ko, she broke up with me years ago. And sabi niya sa akin, nalaman ko sa friend niya kung bakit niya ako. Wala daw ako trabaho. Fair enough, okay? Fair enough, okay. Sige, okay. Pero don't judge me, guys. Meron na akong work niya. Kali ako. Small table pa rin. Kaya yung mga pa-dinner dyan. Small things. But anyway, so I kind of moved on. Yeah. mga millennials, hindi nila alam ang datong. Mga hindi nyo alam, it's pera. Datong is pera. So, I don't know if you know the phrase na lakas ang dating mo. So parang puro ka dating, pero wala kang datong. So but then, just when you song, wala pa yung mga oh, dahil dito patumuduho, nagkandaraman na ng mga babae sa'yo. Taglay mo kabukuhan yan lang ba? Meron ka, huwag kang tanong matamad pag siya kumarap ng iba. Puro ka dating pero wala kang datong. Puro ka dating pero wala kang datong. Puro ka dating pero wala kang datong. You gotta pray, ikaw naman magpapabay. Sa pagbabae, tama ng siya ni girl ang kaya. Puro ka dating pero wala kang datong. Puro ka dating pero wala kang datong. You gotta pray, ikaw naman magpapabay. Puro ka dating pero wala kang datong. Puro ka dating, wala kang datong. Puro ka dating pero wala kang datong. You gotta pray, ikaw naman magpapabay. Responsibilities. Pumasok ang tamang overtime to recover. Diba? Yung pagkutbasta ikaw ay sumasawa. Diba? Pero wala kang datong. Puro ka dating pero wala kang datong. Puro ka dating pero wala kang datong. You can't play kung naman magbababayo. Puro ka dating pero wala kang datong. Puro ka dating pero wala kang datong. Pero wala kang datong. You can't play kung naman magpapatay. You can't play kung naman magpapatay. You can't play kung naman magpapatay. You can't play kung naman magpapatay.
Spotify guys. Spotify, pwede nyo siya pakinggan sa Spotify. Support local stations. Our next performer, hindi siya musician, hindi rin siya poet, siya magpapakilala sa sarili niya. This is a treat for us all tonight. Please welcome on stage, Mike and Son.
Thursdays, actually friend ko si Leandro from a few years ago. Na-meet ko siya accidental. Ito yung version ko ng mga pangyayari. Na-meet ko siya somewhere, in-add niya ako sa Facebook, in-accept ko naman. Kasi ganun tayo, di ba? Basta in-add ko sa Facebook, ina-accept, di ba? Pero pag sa totoong buhay nakikipagkaibigan, ayaw natin. Kasi hindi legit yun eh, di ba? Kailangan ma-profile muna natin yung tao, di ba? Yung NBI clearance, later on, wala na yan. Kailangan ka lang i-add ng tao sa dun sa NBI. So anyway, tanong ko lang sa inyo. I'm a stand-up comedian, and hindi ako sanay na nagpe-perform ng 5 minutes. Masyadong maiksi yun sa akin. So may multiple choice muna tayo. Mamili kayo kung anong gusto nyo pag-usapan ko tonight. Yung experience ko sa traffic, yung story ng sperma. Sperma is yung kandila na ginagamit sa araw ng patay. Or yung yung inimbento kong superhero na si Grand Piano Man. tripan ko siya. Pati mga tao, pag may ayaw kong tao, masama yung ugali niya, gagawin, ikakalat ko sa... So anyway guys, yung joke ko about sperma, part yan ng series ko na nung araw na wala pang Facebook, yun ang title ng series na yun. Feeling ko nung araw kasi mga tao bored no? Diba? Kasi once upon a time, kailangan lang naman natin kumain, matulog. So para ka makakain, kailangan ka mag-hunting, or magtatrabaho pa. So yung mga bagay ng sperma, kunyari, yung kandila, mga ano na yan, out of boredom na lang yan. Kasi what exactly is sperma? Ano yan? It's a candle na puti, yun yung ginagamit sa araw ng patay. Anong araw, it used to be made from spermaceti, which is a substance found sa loob ng ulo ng sperm whale. Ngayon ang tanong, paano na naisip na pwedeng gawing kandila yung spermaceti? Wala sa magawa sa buhay nila. Una-una, hindi madali makahanap ng whale, di ba? Hindi ko yan binibenta sa palengke, di ba? So paano nangyari doon? Paano nangyari yun? Siguro may dalawang magkaibigan, isang araw, nagising siya. Ay, wala tayong kandila sa akin. Anong gagawin natin ngayon? Di ba may boat ka? Okay. Oo, may boat ako. Yung tatay ko mangis daw. Tara, gamitin natin. Irawin mo. Tapos, may ganun ba ginagawa? Shhh, ingay. Nakakahimik. Ayun! Tayo na whale yan ah! Ay na, huwag mo sa akin yung harpoon ko, ha? Ano yung gooey substance sa'yo? Ito yung spermaceti. Na-inspire ako kasi mahilig ako sa comics. So, may napanood akong video recently, pinag-usapan si Captain Marvel. Si Captain Marvel, creation siya ni Mars Ravilo noong 1963 kasama ang artist si Jim Fernandez na medyo siya spoof ni Captain Marvel. So, ang premise is, si Enteng, meron siyang barbell. Pag sinigaw niya Captain Marvel, magiging superhero siya. Ngayon, may yun sa napanood kong joke sa internet. Parang inconvenient daw yun. Di ba parang kailangan dala niyo yung barbell? So, meron akong theory eh. Feeling ko subconsciously sinasabi ni Mars Ravilo dun sa character na inimbento niya. Inconvenient maging hero pero kailangan mong gawin. Di ba? Di ba minsan inconvenient gawin ang tama? Pero kailangan natin gawin, di ba? Pues, alang-alang kay Idol Mars Ravilo, gumawa rin ako ng inconvenient na hero. Pangalan niya ay si Grand Piano Man. Si Grand Piano Man ay si Aris na nagpapiano sa mall. Ay isang gabi, may na-meet siyang mayaman na natuwa sa kanya. Sabi niya, Aris, yung mga kanta mo, naibalik mo ko sa panahon nung masaya pa ako. Dahil dyan, ririgaluhan kita ng piano. So, nirigaluhan siya ng grand piano na binitbit ng mga maskuladong ng silya. Little did Aris know na yung pala ay magbibigay sa kanya ng mga powers. Na pagkapindot niya ng nota, bila siya, Grand Piano Man! Kalama siya bigla. Tapos pagka tumutugtog siya, bumabagal yung mundo. So yung mga kalaban niya, for example, paparinig siya, Grand Piano Man! Katapusan mo na! Di ba, kunyari, andyan yung mga kalaban. Ha! Sisirain namin ang mundo. Hindi! Sino ka? Habang may natitirang hustisya na dumadaloy sa aking dugo, hindi magwawagi ang kasamaan. Grand Piano Man! Grand Piano Man, saan namin ito ilalagay? December 28. Yo! May show ako sa Commune sa December 28. Ano yan? Niños Inocentes. Gusto ko nag-show pag December 28. Kasi nag-meet ko yung girlfriend ko December 28. Yan. Na kami, 5 years na kami. And yung secret ng successful relationship namin is mahilig kami mag-travel. So yun, nung last weekend nag-travel kami. Siya, nagpunta siyang Japan, nagpunta sa Europa. Yung secret ko ay yung relationship, kung kayo masyado nakikita, para yung magaganda lang yung nakikita nyo. Anyway, ako si Mike Unson, salamat. Sa Laboratory PH, actually, nagsushow kami lagi. Lagi walang tao. So, finally, nag-show kami na hindi yung last show natin may tao. 18 na tao. Pero ito, mga 40, pwede. Sige. Thank you, Leandro.
Our next performer is from White Wall Poetry. Palakpakan natin lahat. Slap!
After dun sa last na nag-perform, hindi ko kaya sundan. By the way, hindi ako dancer. Mukha lang ako sa Yun naman lang po talaga ako mag-bihis. Sobrang pagod na ako sa buhay ko. Pero, ayan. Gusto ko lang din i-flex yung aking chapbook, pero dalawang kopya na lang siya. So, malungkot na lang. Kasi siya sa Facebook. Ayan, so title niya, Of Shadows and Broken Mirrors. And yun din yung title ng tula. Babasahin ko ngayon. So nung sinulat ko yung tukurang to, tuwa ko sa kanya kasi tingin ko, galing-galing ko magsulat, man. Yes! Pero nung binasa ko siya kanina, nagdududa na ako, guys. Pero baka naman, pagbigyan natin. So, ganda na kasi yung title, Of Shadows and Broken Mirrors. Of shadows and broken mirrors. I was told that I am made of shadows and broken mirrors, that I speak in deja vu. Memories of created ghosts in my being, haunting, lost, longing, nothing new. My reflections are scattered everywhere, with images erased by history. My fathers and mothers were deities, worshipped for their becoming. Men and women are known to be just like me. They came to our land welcome, but they made everyone who prayed turn against us. They made us fear our own names, made us hate ourselves for breathing. My mother's face, desecrated by white men, who crumpled our language. My father suffered the lashes of tongues, his skin peeled off from his bones, like a ragged doll whose parts are missing and everyone is curious to see. Just like me. I see in the eyes of others that I create confusion, like hell before their very eyes. They see no angel nor the devil, but what the hell in the world am I? What the hell in the world am I? I'm made of shadows and broken mirrors. Shadows that have been stolen bodies from, snatched and replaced by holiness and fear disguised as righteousness and justice. I am made of shadows and broken mirrors. scattered all around the face of the earth, reflecting the centuries, the face of my ancestors. But no one there sees me, and those who seize these reflections are persecuted for looking, mutilated for worshipping their deities, raped for being unjust and natural, salvaged from the truth, thrown for carrying the reflections of all evidence of crimes against gods. What the hell in the world am I? I am made of shadows and broken mirrors, whose darkness was forced upon me when they told me not to exist, carrying thousands and thousands of demigods in my own reflection. I am made of shadows, loyal to the body of the one who likes to kill their own reflection but does not. I am made of broken mirrors, putting together the puzzles and solving the enigma that carries the light towards the heavens of understanding, compassion, truth, and perhaps love. I am made of shadows and broken mirrors, and these words are not just mine, but of my fathers, mothers, and everyone before me who have died in war for truth and whatever you call real justice is. I am made of shadows and broken mirrors, ready for my becoming. I am made of shadows and broken mirrors, hoping someone will also see me as human.
Wait, sasabi ni Lian ako daw. Kailangan ko ng costume. Okay. So we'll be wrapping off 5 copies. Ano kasi linggo?
False alarm.
Si Maymay, yung director ko hindi maayos. Ano ba, mag-wrap pa girl ako? Kaya ko ako prepared. Ano ba sabihin ko? Okay. Actually, kilala niyo na siya. Kailangan ko ba kilala? So, ang susunod na magpa-perform, isa sa mga pinaka-exciting na mga spoken word artists na kilala ko. Hindi lang dahil sa friend ko siya. Exciting talaga siya. At kaya ako nagbibis ano yung para sa kanya. Hindi ako normally nagabigat mo. So everyone, please welcome to the stage, Leandro Reyes.
Ako yung pinaka-excited. Salamat ulit sa lahat ng pumunta. Palakpakan niyo may mga sarili. Kagaya nila, ganun din ako libro. Maganda to, promise. Then, meron siyang 3 tula na in-interpret into visual art. Sobrang amazing. Yan. Galing. May sticker na kasama. Okay. Mamaya. Ayan. Yung unang kong tula ay tungkol sa Pasko. Kasi, di ba? Pasko eh. And nabuo ko nung kasama siya ng isang collection na ang title Dwelling Place. Dwelling Place, konting background, nabuo itong collection na to kasi minsan sa isa sa mga open mic, merong isang sobrang galing na siguro. Sabi niya, alam niyo, dapat kapag walang ipinaglalaban yung mga tulaan nyo, hindi nyo natin yung tula. Sabi ko, hindi ako nag-agree. Hindi. Kaya bumuha ako ng isang buong collection, sobrang daming tula nito kasi wala akong pinaglalaban. Naniniwala akong kaya akong tumula. Kaya bumuha ako ng isang buong collection, babasahin ko yung mga title, no? Kasi napaka-meaningful na itong mga ito para sa akin. Poem number 1, Humidifier. Pawn number 2, floor. Pawn number 3, shower. And then termites, and then Christmas box. Flower, ashtray, garden, housefly, tsaka cracks of the couch. Cracks of the couch yung pinaka-paborito ko kasi dinededicate ko lang yun para sa sofa namin. Pinaglalaban ko yung sofa namin. And salamat kung sino mang hinunta kami yun. Nakagawa ko ng isang buong koleksyon dahil sa ayan. Unahin kong basahin yung Christmas box. Itong Christmas box, ito yung box na kung saan yung ilalagay yung mga Christmassy na bagay. yung Christmas tree, di ba? Pag binabaklas yun na siya, nilalagay ito sa balikbayan box na pinadala yung... Ayun, yung Christmas box na siya. Balikbayan box siya dati. Christmas box na siya ngayon. Yung mga ornaments siya, tapos yung angel, saka maraming nagkabok yun, yun yung Christmas box. Para ito doon sa Christmas box. Here's to the feeling we visit once a year. The feelings we visit once a year. The small lights that flicker meek, but on purpose. Here's to the tree which holds all the hues together, providing needless shelter to the offerings we give to remember. Here's to that one star that has the clear duty of reminding us of all the others. Here's to shaking the dust together. We remember. We remember by surrounding ourselves with snowflakes that were never ours, but melted anyway. To knowing that we must box this in a few moments. And whatever else is left for delayed reminiscence. We secure these memories with duct tape. And we allow them to gather dead skin cells, our dead skin cells, for our skin to touch the happiness, but never feel it. Not anymore. Thank you. So, papanindigan natin yung intro natin na exciting tayo, no? Parang pinalitan ko bigla yung set ko eh. Isa to sa mga favorite kong tula kasi may konting references siya. Alam niyo ba yung Alam niyo ba yung Marvel?
Hindi.
Really? Bago lang yun, Marvel. Sana mag-gets niyo yung konting references. Masaya tong tulang to tungkol sa breakup. Exciting.
Sige naman.
Sana gusto niya. Ang kumagat ng pyesa nito is amazing. It's a breakup poem. But it's amazing. Hello there, good friend. Have I ever told you that I wish we were comic book characters? Maybe I had human abilities. Though I think sometimes we do. So maybe fly every time I help you. Even when you were mad, my heart was beating to thank you. And Charles was laughing, seeing how I felt when I met you, was you're as beautiful as Emma. So no one can break you. Remember how I wish we could make it storm, just to make ourselves stranded? And I would believe that we were as unstoppable as James, Logan, and Howard. I can't be as witty as Wade, but I'd wear red spandex overalls just to make you laugh every day. And not even McCoy could figure how you make me shake. As if it's literature not fun. You're the type of sexy that doesn't need Psylocke straps. So maybe you could rock red spandex. I know we should go our separate ways. As I go left, and you stay right. Might it hurt sometimes, never forget to remember parts of the happy days. I managed to get through this okay, but I'm not going to throw away stories of how we began. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you. I'm not going to stay too long on the reference because I know we're both not into overindulging a car. We're more into how Tony and Steve started the war. We're better off debating which Jedi is stronger, whether Valeria or Pompey could have lasted longer, or how Galactus could conquer. Bob Barry Allen were done a light year younger and get time lapse in their universe. Talk about the second Avengers slow-mo running scene. Of how it was too rehearsed, but given that it makes a good poster, we let it pass. Now we have to talk about how we slowly let go of us, of the we that somehow built, for the better of the both. But each of us has to be someone else. Something else. Don't think that I'm not gonna miss you, my little friend. You're always a giant part of my heart. Giant. As if a pin particle accelerator took part with you, every problem felt miniature. You made it less hard. The story of us is one of the tastiest chocolates in Mr. Gum's box. So while I'm here giving you thanks for one last time, please know that I'm always gonna love you. Which doesn't mean I won't move on eventually. It just means that I love you ever so truly. I'm not gonna look at the memories we shared as something dark. Just because I miss it. Just because I miss you. So thank you. Thank you for being. Thank you for being my golden ticket, my magic beans. Thank you for being my mockingbird trinket. Thank you for being. Thank you for being ghost when I was good as dead, because I knew nothing. My Millennium Falcon. Thank you for holding the door while I was in the wagon. Thank you for being mine. My mother's name is Martha! My Uncle Ben. Thank you for being my living spider Gwen. Thank you for being my ear and my arm. Thank you for keeping my heart warm. Thank you for being my gym and my emotion. You both know that even without Pokeballs, I'd choose. So look at us and be happy. Let's be happy. Thank you for being. Now, where was it? Have I ever told you that I wish we were comic book characters that we could move into an alternate universe, but things were inside and complicated? It was good. But to make it good, just a little Dr. Stephen Vincent Wu is all it took. But it's not. Nonetheless, dear, thank you for being my most exciting comic. Thank you. For my last poem, this time, kinakabahan kasi ako sa mga projects for next year, but I'm really happy about it. Sobrang natatakot ako. Kasi ang hirap eh. Pero you wouldn't have it any other way, honestly. Pero, for sure, natatakot ako. And salamat sa inyo, sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa mga projects na to. Grabe, sobrang salamat. Palakpakan niyo naman yung sarili niyo. Sobrang hirap gumawa ng events na ganito. Pero sobrang sulit every time we come to the event. Para nakaka-refresh. Okay, we can do this next month again. We can do this next month again. Dahil natatakot ako, perform ko itong susunod na pyesa. Kasi feeling ko pag pinaperform ko ito para sa sarili ko. Na papakalma ako. Sana, papakalma rin kayo kahit pa. Sobrang makabuluhan itong pyesa na ito. Pinamagatang itong shower. Para to sa banyo namin. Sa banyo namin, kung nakikinig ka, salamat sa lahat. March in. This is your solace. Reach out, turn it out. This is your salvation. Bow your head. This is your repentance. Let the pain wash off. This is your blessing. This is not a place for harmful phrases, so hear the water. You're clear, pure, and little. Right now, you bear no load other than your skin, so feel the edges of your scars, your post-survival medals of valor. Embrace your courage to rest. Run through your eyes and open them. Right now, the bathroom wall just needs to look like a bathroom wall. And nothing else. Forgive your mouth, gently. Be careful not to mistake it for hushing. It is that enough of those. Pardon your useless madness and allow them to exist. Press down your ribcage because protection needs comfort too. Cradle your balls. It has been denied existence each time you were scared. Each time you were not allowed to be scared. Tell it it's okay to be scared. It's okay, darling. It's okay to be scared. Lastly, drench your feet in something clean for exchange. Even now, as you look at it, you see it catching the filth that came from elsewhere. As if Frenching the floor for the most part of the day is bad. And then you're suddenly reminded of all the other things you French, which are equally as bad. That's it. Lastly, before you go, flex your butt cheeks. Keep your shit together. This is not a place to run. Now walk out. Wash your hands. Please wash your hands. Wash your hands. As if you had nothing to do in consuming all of this peace. Thank you. Our featured performer, flew. Yes, she can fly. She flew from New Zealand, the land of cows. Do not fly. Have her join me on the stage for a while before she performs. Please welcome on stage, Yen. Para sa mga hindi nakakaalam kung paano i-pronounce yung pangalan mo, can you educate them?
Ako po si Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne. Cheyenne. Ako si Cheyenne.
So she'll do a few poems for us, and then we could ask her a few questions. I hope you enjoy her son, but I'm sure you do. She comes from the land of cows. Give her a round of applause.
So, dapat i-memorize ko to, kaso pagod na ako deadline, guys. So, okay, this poem is a poem I wrote for a comp last year, and yung theme natin tribal. So, this poem is called Bonfire. Wait lang, naghang yung phone mo. Thanks, phone. Oh no, naghang legit. Wait lang. Wait lang, false alarm. Okay, safe. Let's go. They once sat around a bonfire, with blood on their hands, the skin of which they preyed on hanging around their backs, the spears within the reach, ready to attack, flesh out the bones, and let the blood rain. They once danced, creating rituals, praying to gods they did not see. Black ink danced around their skin as if it was a stage, creating waves that caused ripples, tumbling around each other, spiraling into a deep abyss many could not reach. They once danced. They once sat, laughing and talking with each other, feasting on the flesh of those who lost the fight, drinking the blood of warriors who lost to the spears they sharpened at night, while waiting for the fight to visit their den, screaming, "Ta'ama yo contigo," to say, "I love you," in your mother tongue for your motherland. They once sat around a bonfire. We have forgotten those who sat around a bonfire, who fought for the land we've grown to call ours, carved a path for a future they did not live to see. Their blood now rests within in these veins I learned to call mine. We once sat around a bonfire. I once did. Melting marshmallows, creating s'mores for me to devour like the flesh of those who didn't conquer. Civilization taught us to wipe our mouths off the juices that flow off our necks from the flesh we annihilate, separate bacon from pigs to cleanse ourselves from the greed our bodies cannot defeat, to belie the idea that humans are the most barbaric creatures who eliminate everything that taunts them. Those who sat around a bonfire were warriors we never cared to remember. From them we learned how to fight, learned how to plant our feet on the grounds we walk on before receiving the victory we shed our blood for, how to stand up when conquered, shed old skin and grow to live in a new one. Adaptability is what civilization called it. Civilization claimed it, as if they created it, as if it emerged from the name it is given and not from the womb of the people it grew up in. Those who sat around the bonfire adapted. They lived through barren lands, created a home within nothing that spoke a language only they could comprehend, built a culture of family with loyalty. My ancestors sat around a bonfire. That bonfire is still burning, yet even if I sit around it, I will never know those who sat before me, never understand the ways in which they lived, never uncover secrets of old only they knew. Civilization didn't teach me that. And then for this next poem, I don't usually write love poems, but this one is a love poem. Let's go. To all the boys I've seriously liked before, you were one of the few who belonged to each and of the 3 fingers on my hand. You were one of those who made me smile before I fell asleep. One of those I loved having conversations with. But you all disappeared. Y'all vanished into thin air like nothingness and left me to question my self-worth. Had I looked desperate trying to talk to you? Were our conversations a dialogue, or was I writing a monologue for me to act out when you leave? To the first boy, you were my best friend. You were my lunch buddy. You told me your unending life story, your series of girlfriends and ball games, the story of your parents' separation and how your first love had the same story. You would find ways to talk to me every hour, made me laugh at each of your quirks, made me fall even harder for you, my 11-year-old heart. I was too fragile for your aggressive ball handling. Every layup and 3-point shot, you drove my heart to the heavens, crossed over every single defender to our friendship, blocked every hater on the other side of our court, and we won every single game we played until you missed every shot, jumped late on every defensive block, had turnovers on every crossover, and we lost the games. Until one day, we stopped talking and you disappeared. I've never heard from you since. There were no more late night phone calls, no more annoying interruptions every minute during family dinners, no more bets to you shouting for lunch, nor looks to the benches when you scored a shot. My best friend disappeared. And so did the first boy I ever loved. To the second boy, you were always the dramatic one. You stood me up several times, gave me excuses that never seemed to fit the bill. Yet your voice became my favorite song. I told myself to never like a poet, but you made me break that. It's funny, it wasn't the only thing I wrote when I liked you. I wrote the girl code too, because you were the ex-Romeo of my girl Juliet, but what can I do? You made me fall into a pit of a bottomless hole. I was a beam of light, but even that couldn't escape a black hole. Your sonnets made me a character in a play you were secretly writing, because just when I started to like you, you texted me for a millionth time that night. I smiled. My eyes lit up like the skies on New Year's Eve until the fireworks displayed. Who the fuck are you? I'm his girlfriend. And just like that, the second boy disappeared. And for so long, I told myself I will never, ever, 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 ever like a poet again, until third boy came in and performed his poem. A poem about a girl he still so obviously loved, third boy, came in with his Timberland shoes and baggy jeans with his boisterous laugh and contagious energy. This boy gave life to so many things. We texted and messaged and called in the middle of crazy hours over cliche moments and cheesy photos. This boy made me feel special. He made me screenshot so many messages, made me snap over all his poetry. Boy number 3 made me sad he didn't like me back and like everyone else. Boy number 3 also disappointed. 1 second I was wishing him luck for his slam, next second he won, and the third, poof, he's gone. Boy number 3 ripped my lungs out of my chest and cut it open for me to see that normal people breathed in air, not his poetry. I used to see boy number 3 and hug him and pretend I never liked him in the first place because boy number 3 taught me self-love. He taught me it's okay to love a poet but fall in love with a poet and not just his poetry. Get to know who he is and not just what he writes about. So you, boy number 3, I am thankful for you. You see, boy number 3 didn't break my heart. I realized he didn't disappear because he simply was never there, and to all the boys I am yet to fall for, I promise to learn from you, hopefully learn with you, but if that's not the case, I say thank you for your presence. If you wish to leave, I will not block your way. Instead, I will thank you for stopping by and guide you to where the door is. But please, leave it open because my heart will be waiting for the right one to come along and stay. Thank you. Last one, not that one. Okay, this one is another poem that I was editing on the way here. And this poem is called Myth. There is a poem oppressed within my fingertips. I fear my words, afraid to spit a bullet in someone else's hand. I do not wish to take your ability to write. I'm sorry, I hesitate, afraid to drown you in overwhelming emotions. I do not wish to take your ability to speak. I did not wish to master the craft of turning words into bullets, turning ears into targets. The stage is not an amplifier for me to play my music through. It's not meant to be a sketch pad to receive 3 AM sleepless nights and mindless thoughts, not the trampoline that holds the conclusions I hope to fall into. The stage is an open field, where soldiers hide, pointing guns and open fire to rain bullets. Every single movement, every word becomes another reason for them to shoot. The stage has become a battleground where bloodbath resides. Open souls offer their hearts to gods they sing praises to. It's the heavy footsteps and deep sighs of those who wish to represent their ancestors, those who carry the weight of disappointment heavy and pressure heavy on their shoulders. The stage is where we strip off our inhibitions, eat our fears for fuel, and carry the energy of trust within our veins, carry the presence of insecurities and present it, proclaim it to the world as if it is a gift, own our bodies and carry the weight of every flaw on our skin, embrace the color of the skin we deeply resent, love the tumor that grew into our thoughts, cut every organ and open it up for them to adore for a minute. Believe it, you love yourself. For a brief moment, glitch in time, there is a way to embrace who you are. For a minute, let others believe in confidence. There is nothing wrong about being unapologetic. It's okay to stand up and proclaim yourself. The stage is an imitation of a home that poets believe they can be themselves in, but like every other home, the stage is a seething entity of family, of acceptance constructed just like everywhere else. There is a social construct to being alive and speaking your truth. You see, you are fooling yourself. The only reason you spit bullets is because people put on facades to beat targets, but targets receive bullet holes and people can only click their fingers and clap their palms together. It will never be enough. There is a truth, universally acknowledged. The redeeming yourself has to be earned, but you cannot start building when ears have been closed before your mouth has begun to open. A stage is a construct, spitting bullets, hitting targets, leaving bullet holes for wounds to be stitched and turned into scars. Letting loose is a myth. Stop borrowing emotions you don't feel. Stop borrowing fears you've never had. It's a myth, just like a home.
Thank you for flying. Yes, yes.
Kasama ko siya doon, guys.
Yeah.
Kagabi.
They flew. Nice, nice. Kanina nagkakwento siya, sabi niya, grabe na pala yung traffic. Yes, yes. Very proud of it. Traffic. Yes.
Alright, traffic.
As promised, Mark's amazing. Can you come on down?
Okay. Yay.
And
Here's 5 on that or 4 on that?
5.
Okay.
So,
Wait, my crown.
ayan.
That's
So-
really great, everyone.
A little bit of background. Thursdays, behind the scenes. This is built by a team of volunteers to build this show on a monthly basis. So, one book is gonna go to the volunteers. Yes. One book is gonna go to the open micers who brave the stage. Yes. One book is gonna go to you. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then one is gonna go to Cheyenne. This one's mine. Right now.
Seriously, you're my friend. You're supposed to buy it.
I'll pay for it on stage. Alright.
I get to choose which volunteer.
I know, right? It's random.
Random,
So we can.
We're gonna make them dance.
The volunteer who got a book is Glenn. Yes! Please come on down and get a copy. Okay, kasi siya. Hindi pa lang sila. Imagine nyo lang. Ayan. The open micer who won a copy is Cynthia. And the last, this is for you, number 33. Is that you? Is that you?
Yes, may papel ah. Let's open a page number.
14! One week ago. 32.
Seryoso ba yun?
Seryoso ba?
With V mark in my isip. Sumunod ba ng lito? Sino? Picture. Sino gusto? Ayan. the first show, we'll let you go with a poem. Usually nagka-collab ako sa kayang guest, kaya lang alam niyo naman galing sa land ako si Cheyenne. So, kaya nagawa. We try.
Next time.
Next time. Ayan. So, yung collab, next best thing, the land of the Carabos na lang siya galing. And so, we'll leave you with a...
Discount naman ako.
Discount daw si Martin. Ayan. Before we end this, salamat sa sponsors natin. Maraming salamat sa Jam 88.3 for promoting our show. Upstream Media para sa live streaming. Yes, alam ko yun. Chef Media para sa video coverage. Spoken Word Philippines. Tsaka collaboratory meetings. Ayan. Salamat din sa Fullybooked sa pagbibigay sa atin sa space na to on a monthly basis. Palakpakan naman natin yung mga sponsors. And we'll leave you with a poem. With Mark Mays ka na. Yes.
This piece is an explanation.
Doing what we do, people always ask us, why poetry? Because poetry brings us to levels of understanding humanity. What goes with it?
When science and logic can.
It's easy to say that you love poetry.
It's easy to say that you don't know why.
And that's okay.
For the most part, that is true.
Poetry allows you to try anyway. Not only redefines, it redefines. Redefine.
Wait, so are you defining, or are you redefining?
I'm redefining. Redefining.
So you already defined, redefined, now you're redefining, or you're redefining your definition.
What?
So you already defined, then redefined it, now you're redefining, or you're redefining your definition.
The definitions don't matter. But your definitions do. The first rule about poetry is we don't talk about poetry.
It's not. We talk about poetry all the time. We're talking about it now.
Right. The first rule about poetry is there are no rules.
Yes, there are. There's energy, there's wordplay, there's...
Going back. We do it not because we can. We do it because we can't not. Honestly, sometimes it's the burden. Now we know there's a change. The transition from shade to shade.
Every color, every texture, every hue, the most subtle differences, the most quiet of movements.
I once wanted to do poetry of how the dripping tear from Emma Watson's right eye felt so of why we sit on stairs. About it's not sanitary shit anymore. About Barney Stinson's Stormtrooper.
One time, I wanted to recite Anthony's oration over the body of Caesar in a Christian veil. Batman voice. I don't know why, but I've always wanted to try.
I wanted to express my stories through verses. And you've some good things were just placed as very nice. But they deserve to be described way better.
When you see that something is beautiful, but the word beautiful is not enough to explain. It's poetry. We all have that poetic license, the right to call anything poetry. Like how roses are red, and violets are blue, and this is a poem, and so are you. But that's bad poetry.
But it's still poetry.
Wait, so let me get it straight. If anyone would just simply come up with bad poems, and anybody would just be a poet.
Well, you don't have to be a poet. Because you already are. Listen, there's an Neruda in each one of us. There's a Ginsberg in every one.
There's a Shakespeare in every incoherent verse, in every ungrammatical sentence. in every made-up word.
There's a Henley in every master of their own faith and every captain of their own soul.
There's a Tupac sneaking into every rap break, a Jackson moonwalking across each song on Mercury. One bites dust, and another one bites, another one bites, another one bites dust.
There's a balagtas in every
There's a
argument.
Barossa in every pursuit,
There's a villa in every prayer.
Vera in every expression,
There's a vera in every hurt.
Tuaso in every
A
healing,
gossip in every monologue.
and a Vera.
Gusto ko ng babo.
Whenever you have deep, meaningful conversations with yourself.
Gusto ko ng babo.
Oh my goodness. But there's also a language in every wrong decision.
And a Michael Fidei in every distasteful thought.
And a Marcelo Santos III. And a Marcelo Santos III.
Well, there is good poetry. But we often neglect.
There is poetry.
At the end of the day, we're just thankful that there is.
Because this is our call.
To pour insight to the thinkers.
To be sharp fluency that tempers the most raging of thoughts.
To wrestle meaning out of the dark.
And to tempt them to stay absolute and bare.
To illuminate the abstract.
And enlighten others again and again if needed.
To express with hunger.
In torrid affection those which are worthy of passion.
And to be understood.
That we do what we do. Because we ache to feel felt. We are spirits capable of imagination, fastened
to the urge to make poetry. It is in this condition that we are human.
And beyond human,
We are poets. Merong magic fish island. Pero, so ko lang yan. Ewan. Picture! One. One, two, three. Pass.
Oh my gosh, leg day.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Salamat sa inyo.